hear myself all the way over there. And that must mean that I'm Mr. Swizzo, and this is TC Muzique. We are live from down by the lazy river. That would make this Thursday night. You are watching the Minneapolis Telecommunications Network. And I think we have seen the last of the snow. And that's just in time for the first of our big spring flings. Let us begin with a couple of shows up and coming. And after I wrote all this down, I just received the big news tonight at Lee's Liquor. It's the Magnolias. Lurching right into Friday, the 8th of May. Our pal Chastity Brown at the Three Crowns Cafe, and Reed out at the 318 Charlie Parr at the Turf. Gerardo Ortiz at the Myth. Get that one. Oh, Bad Girlfriends at GB Layton's Pickle Park. What's next? That brings us to Saturday. Teen King and the Princess. You remember them? I do. Minneapolis Eagles Club. Ramones Mania pulls into Lee's Tina. And the B-sides take the main room stage at First Avenue. The Van Gobots at Cause Spirits. Ooh, the Grand Central at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar. Our very old friend from long ago, Scott Laurent, still at it, playing at the Ice House on Saturday. Oh, Sunday, we have the new standards at the St. Anthony Park United Church of Christ. Pardon my fumbles. Thunderheads at the Narrows Saloon. My pick of the week, Sunday, the 11th. The Mighty Mofos opening the show at the Turf Club for Flamin' Groovies. Get some of that. Cadillac Colstead, meanwhile, at Palmer's on the 12th. Oh my, Dan Lund and Buffalo. I just love that name, so we plug them every time. They're at Lee's on Monday. Reina del Cid at the Amsterdam, the Rowe Family Singers at the 331. Tuesday, Dead Pigeons at Harriet Brewing. Out at the Hopkins Center for the Arts. Would you believe Gary Louris? Gee, I wish I could be there. The International Reggae All-Stars at Bunkers. We go to Wednesday, the Manchester Orchestra at the Skyway. Motion City Soundtrack at McNally Smith. Pop Evil at the Varsity, and the King James Version right downstairs here at the Astor Cafe. Thursday, the 15th, the Ides of May, John Devine at the Loring Pasta Bar. The New Primitives take over Nice Polonaise. Moving to the 16th, Friday week. Ooh, Tungsten. Sam Cassidy, Red Daughters, and Mark Malman come to the 331. The Minneapolis Eagles features the Dell Counts. The Donald Washington Quartet at the Black Dog Coffee and Wine Bar. The Forever Young Prom will be held at First Avenue while Haley Bonner plays the varsity. Semi-twang at Lee's. Saturday week, vaudeville at First Avenue. The singer-songwriter series comes to Patrick's Cabaret. Metallica at the 331. Lamont Cranston at Famous Dave's. Belfast Cowboys at Whiskey Junction. And Mephistopheles at the Triple Rock. Last but not least, on Sunday, the 18th, Big and Rich at the Shooting Star Casino. But by then, you may wish to be in Northeast Minneapolis, because it is time once again for Art of Whirl number 19. It's hard for me to think that we opened our studios at the Grain Belt Warehouse almost 20 years ago for something called Arto Whirl. Our just recently retired city councilman Walt Ziedzik was actually tending bar at the after party on Saturday night. That year. This year, well, things continue to get bigger and bigger. I go get a copy of the book. The Art of Whirl catalog is getting to be the size as it gets larger and the other gets smaller of the Minneapolis phone book. It's enormous. My old stomping grounds includes 2 major venues, outdoor stages, both. The 331 is going for 3 solid days. I'm going to pick a few here and there on Friday at the 331. Indoors, it's the Sex Rays. Outdoors, if you remember me saying, it's Mark Malman, Red Daughters, Tungsten, Sam Cassidy. Saturday opens at noon with the Brass Messengers. We have Jillian Ray, Sun Gods to Gamma Rays, Dosh. We have Benelux at 6 p.m. And indoors we have Tickle Torture and the Drug Budget, which ought to be very large, don't you think? Sunday. It is not U.S. Amphetamine Speedway. It is at 12:30, Prairie Fire Lady Choir. We then move on to Gabriel Douglas, Davina and the Vagabonds, BB Gun, and at 8:30, the Cloak Ox. Oh, we have 6:30 in there. We have something called Field Trip, which was formerly Lucy Michelle and the Velvet Lapels, if you remember. So much going on. Meanwhile, a block away in the parking lot behind our own dearest Anchor Fish and Chips, we have a Saturday and a Sunday that are packed full from 2 to 8, and the majors at 8 o'clock on Saturday is Marijuana Death Squads. After, Brass Kings, Southside Desire. Sunday, of course, the return of Romantica. That will be at 7 p.m. And don't forget the 3 o'clock on Sunday, which is our beloved Tea and Sympathy. Tonight, at any rate, tonight, right here, we are going to show you a bunch of stuff that harkens unto that very show at the Anchor Fish and Chips come Saturday and Sunday. We have two folks here to represent a couple of the performers. First of all, we have our own version of Tommy Kirk. No, it's not the guy from the Beach Party movies. You want to come in and talk? Would you like to talk to the folks out in cable access television land?
Well, Mr. Swizzo, thank you for inviting me. My name is Thomas Kerques with an S.
It's not like that at all.
I am here to plug Whirl with some other bands that are playing. And just to let you know, Minnesotans, like, the tyranny of winter is over. Step aside. We've put together this festival for you all to enjoy, to make sure that it's not winter anymore. It happens in Northeast, and I will be playing at the Anchor. At the Anchor, in the back parking lot. We'll be opening the show at 2 o'clock with my band Hiawatha. You may be familiar with the street, but this is the band. And if anyone wants to know, like, who was Hiawatha, he was a pre-colonial Indian that had unified all the tribes from the Great Lakes to the East Coast to the ocean. And he was considered a peaceful warrior. Anyway.
Most warriors were usually peaceful because when times are peaceful, the warriors have nothing to do.
Yeah, maybe that's a good
thing.
thing.
So they build things and make things for everybody else.
And that's what we're doing at Whirl. That's what people have been doing for 19 years. And Northeast has always been a special place and is becoming, in a new way, a more special place.
We're just trying to spread it around a little bit, I think. So, shall we look at something or shall we hear something? Your choice.
Well, I prepared 2 acoustic songs to try and represent sort of what Hiawatha does, and then I will play 2 videos to just give a good idea of what's going on.
Okay. Shall we send you over to the guitar, which is sitting right there, ladies and gentlemen, from Hiawatha, in anticipation of Whirl, we present Thomas Kerques.
Just by the way, I don't play solo acoustic, but I'm here to represent my band, and there will be 4 other people playing along with this song, but I'm here to present the music. Ready?
Kisses the drum that beats in our chest. Kisses the purest of notes and vibration. I couldn't hide a thing. When a heart really wants to live, it glows in your countenance, and it's showing what it's ready to give. This is the moment to shine what you're made of. I look forward with new confidence. I am trapped in your eyes in pure affinity, and I always wanted a friend. First I'll tell you that little dream We embraced what would seem like nights and days. We were turning, we were yearning like the earth itself. With a smile so disarming, my heart just left. And I hope you don't mind this little dance. And I hope you don't mind giving me the chance. 'Cause you really don't know what it means to him. So I hope you don't mind this little. Kiss is the song with joy in the making. Kiss is the drum that lives in our chest. Kiss is the purest in notes and vibration. And I couldn't hide a thing. When a heart really wants to live, glows in your countenance, and it's showing what it's ready to give. And this is the song to even get a look at you, and I wanna hear it again. 'Cause I am trapped in your eyes in pure affinity, and I always wanted a friend. If you meet a gentleman, know that he would never turn down a dance. You could ask whatever you'd want of him. He would only want to see you time and time again. Any luck, he's really just as cool as he seemed. And if he finds you, he's got really no cooler place to be. On a day, what a day, lovely day.
Thank you, cameraman. I have another song to represent like the spectrum of what Hiawatha does. I started playing with an Ecuadorian about 5 years ago, and we started kind of a Spanglish band. So I learned how to speak Spanish and sing in Spanish. This is a cover from Julio Jaramillo that's famous in Ecuador. He's sort of like the Elvis over there. So I will perform this as best as I can.
El día que me olvides, alma mía, yo no sé si existirá en mi pena el verme solo triste, olvidarlo, mi vida la rearranca, mi vida la rearranca. Hay cosas que se reciben con resignación. Hay golpes que el destino da sin compasión, pero cuando se pierde un cariño, no hay nadie que calme ese dolor, no hay nadie que calme ese dolor. Fuiste de todo mi ser, mi amor te lo entregué. Y el amor que te profeso es el más puro, mujer. Si los lazos que nos unen se llegara a romper, que se acabe ahorita mismo la existencia de mi ser. Si los lazos que nos unen se llegara a romper, que se acabe ahorita mismo la existencia de mi ser. El día que me olvides, alma mía, yo no sé si existirá en mi pena el verme solo triste, olvidarlo, mi vida la rearranca, mi vida la rearranca. Hay cosas que se reciben con resignación. Hay golpes que el destino da sin compasión, Pero cuando se pierde un cariño, no hay nadie que calme ese dolor. No hay nadie que calme ese dolor. Fuiste de todo mi ser, mi amor te le entregué. Y el amor que te profeso es el más puro, mujer. Si los lados que nos unen se llegara a romper, que se acabe ahorita mismo la existencia de mi ser. Si los lados que nos unen se llegara a romper, que se acabe ahorita mismo la existencia de mi ser. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Play this video is it shows the Minneapolis roots of where I came from, and it was a post-hardcore scene, which is like Fugazi is sort of post-hardcore considered, but we were sort of like Fugazi and the Who, and just and the drummer of this band went on to play in the Hold Steady, which some of us may know of, but what I'm doing now is sort of a cross between that and the Latin thing. So this song is called Past Black Eyes from End Transmission.
So we have Latin post-punk British invasion.
Call it what you will.
Yeah, we love categorizing stuff around here because it makes us sound like we know something. That's a lie. Ladies and gentlemen, here it comes. Hiawatha.
Transmission first. Stop thinking about the end that grows.
There it is. And, believe it or not, I got it wrong, didn't I? That was not Hiawatha.
No, that was the roots. That was the roots of what I used to do in the past, and that's the segue into Hiawatha, which is the next video will be a performance like just kitty corner from the anchor at San Cirillo Church.
Right behind the school, or
Yeah, the actual performance will be going on, like that is in this video is just right across the street. And interestingly enough, I plugged in Spanish Art of Whirl on Spanish radio just a week ago. But you can see like at least like Hiawatha can play in front of American audience or Spanish audiences. In this video, we'll show you what that is like, and the sound quality will be less than that because it's a live show, but I'm going to just show it to you anyway to represent what is going to happen on Art of Whirl.
You know, sound quality notwithstanding, nothing is like live. You have, I was just hearing, we have authentic Spanish or South American instrumentation with this band, do we not?
Yes, we do.
And what are people going to see you playing from South America?
There's a style in Ecuador called Samuanito, and it's probably goes back a long time. They play a tiny little guitar this big called the charango, a flute that's called a quena, and the zampoña is like a pan flute. And this guy Fausto that I play with, he has agreed to like do this American Ecuadorian fusion with me, and that's what Hiawatha is. And so it's a Spanglish band.
If you've never heard of Spanglish, you're about to see it. And I remember that pan flute. We see those around town every once in a while, but not with so much American influence, I would wager.
I would say that it's sort of like indie rock, like if I was to say anything, like maybe a Pixies quality songwriting group of people with South American rhythms and instruments.
Well, I'd say that about covers what we can talk about for this one. Shall we take a look at the real thing, boys and girls? This one is actually Hiawatha.
Tiempo, guitarra y voz. Nada en esta vida podrás separarnos, te juro, mi amor. Ni la misma muerte podrá arrancarte de mi corazón. Porque te amo tanto que a veces pregunto si es verdad, amor. Yo mismo me espanto de este amor sublime que hay entre los dos. Eso es en inglés, dice original. ¿Ok? Bueno. Bueno, entonces vamos a ver que suena ese aplauso para una más, para despedir así al grupo Hiawatha que en esta tarde nos han acompañado.
Already. Already. Look at that. We're running just to keep up with ourselves. That we're Hiawatha to be appearing very soon at an Anchor Fish and Chips near you. In addition, we have, represented by our own boss man, Jerimiah. And you will be appearing with?
I'll be playing with the Magic Castles.
And tell us anything you can think of about Magic Castles. What are people going to see? That's Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday. I think we play before Valet and Romantica. We're just, we're like a not jam band. We're like, we're so psych that we're jam.
Magic Castles, 5 p.m. Before Valet and then before Romantica.
Yeah. It's really awesome, man. Yeah. I don't know.
So, you've come... Will these be songs that people will hear with the full band on Sunday?
Yes.
All right. Anything else? How do you put these things together with the band? You just stick yourselves into a room?
Yeah, pretty much. We have very forgiving wives and ex-wives and ex-girlfriends and family and kids and stuff like that let us have the time to do some of this stuff. Certainly not everything we'd like to do, but
it seems to me that the greatest advice I think anybody ever gets in pursuit of any sort of art is that it's 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration, and perseverance will out.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't know. The thing that I like most, I would say before I go on, the thing that I like the most about our set here at the Anchor is that all these people in these bands, a lot of these people are interrelated, whether it's by band or where they've worked or where they hang out or whatever. But a lot of us have known have known each other for a long time, and that's something special,
Years ago, I heard an interview with Frank Zappa in which somebody asked him, after having had so many changes of personnel in his bands, how do you go about picking somebody to play in your band? And he said, well, basically it boils down to who would you want to go out with for a drink after the show? You can always find somebody who can play, but you have to be able to get along with people if you're really going to produce anything. And once you've got folks that you know and you're comfortable around, now we can sit down and see what we produce musically together.
Yeah, and it's good to get into a tough spot with a new person as quickly as possible so that you can kind of see the depth and width of how your relationship could potentially go if you go down that road with the person too. Sometimes a lot of people will kind of, you just want something to be a certain way. They come in, you're like, that's what we need, and you don't do the Frank Zappa test, and it's anybody's guess how that's going to end up. Sometimes not as cohesive as you'd like.
Well, how about we have a song or two? You got that in you for us?
Yep, I'll do a little acoustic, one of my few tunes that I do with those guys, and then we'll play one of the videos off of the Record Store Days single that just came out with Brian Jonestown Massacre. Rebecca's World. So.
Okay. What in the world? Here's one of those deals. How long have I known you?
We've known each other for 5 years, I think, or four or five. Yeah.
And what's your last name?
Doering. Doering. Did you come around when the Anchor was getting built? Ever?
As a matter of fact, that FRP down in the corner of the prep kitchen,
right?
That's mine.
There you go. See? community.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Jerimiah Doering from Magic Castles, coming soon to an Anchor Fish and Chips parking lot near you.
Sweet. Look like a picture, breathe like a corpse. You're living in this town. I have no remorse. The slowest seasons change to derail my mind. Cannot change these things. I can't change time. Fall from my head, a rainbow torrent of blood, like water to wine. Gospel songs sway low, hiding where to run to promote tooth hell. I sink my teeth in you and love your pearl. I want you in this life. I want it all the time. Put your life into my life. Put my life into your life. The hardest thing to do is to do nothing. Such a waste of time. Do something. getting over a cold and a sinus infection.
I don't know. I think I saw you last year, didn't I, for a little while?
We got on stage, and then we weren't sure if we were going to play, and we decided to go ahead, and then a thunderstorm rolled through, and that was it, man.
It was the rainy season last year.
My amp got broken that day, and took almost a whole year to conjure up the effort and the money to go and fix it.
So we are back.
We're
and
back.
this time for sure.
Yep. And it's not the first time that an act that I played with has been rained out. The year before that, I think, or maybe it was the year before that, the tornado came through there. We were out in the parking lot at Sugar Records with Mojo Pinup was what we were called.
We remember that. So speaking of which, there is now coming right up video content. Yes.
This is a little muddle that our friend John Carling did for us. I think he's out in San Francisco or Oakland, same diff. I can't remember exactly.
The Bay Area. Let's just leave it at that.
Right, but he does a really good job with found footage and stock video, and this song's called Rebecca's World. It's pretty nice. It was
so
like I said, the song on the Record Store Days single.
This is Magic Castle's
This is us.
soundtrack to found footage collaging.
Yes, there's
All
a
right.
few of them on there too. So yeah.
All right, coming up right here, it is Magic Castle's video time. Play Magical Fingers.
Into the room.
just to the point where I want to kill somebody, and I'm not that kind of guy.
Art of Whirl, Art of Whirl, Art of Whirl, right?
That's what's coming up, boys and girls. So, Mr. Paul,
Yes.
you are here now.
I'm here now. I am here now. Paul Puleo is my name. Southside Desire is the band that I've come to talk about a little bit, show you a couple videos. Pretty exciting. We made them in the last year and a half. We're excited for Art of Whirl. We're going to play with High Walk on Saturday. We've got
This here, we will tell you all about it in a minute.
Art of Whirl, Anchor Fish and Chips, Saturday, Sunday. This is a great band. You're gonna catch a glimpse of us at our finest in party situations, in compromising.
Oh, really? All right, here, let's. Can anybody hear us? Oh my!
Where's the end?
We don't know anymore. Oh, it goes a long ways away.
Okay.
Anyway. We're going to hope that this works. We're just going to leave it in my hand for now and see if anything stays the same. Anyway, Art of Whirl.
Art of Whirl. Saturday, Southside Desire, playing with Hiawatha that day. Should be a fun time all around.
And that's just the beginning. There's lots of stuff coming up. Right now, we have Southside Desire on video.
Casualty of Love video. We recorded it with our good friend Gordon Bird. About a year ago, a little less than a year ago, came off a split single. Should be really good.
They will see this song come Saturday.
They will see this song come Saturday. We will party. This video is indicative of what we are. We really love to party, be ridiculous. We really love to make music. So this is a showcase.
Let's just take a look at this yire. It is a Southside Desire.
A casualty of love. Got between a bad intention and some good. He was just like his father when he came. Held him to me strong and left me in a painful way. You could have loved her, how much you wanted me. She was just like her mother as she went. Oh, sweet and silent. Oh, darling, do not sing a lullaby. I should be lonely, lonely tonight. Oh, darling, do not sing a lullaby.
poster.
Are we gonna jump on again?
I think we're just gonna let it roll.
We're rolling.
And yeah, because that's the.
It don't matter how pretty I am. You drink and you don't give a damn about me. Guess you thought I'd be an easy ride, but when I need you to be a man, those lashes stop flowing.